Hello fellow pirates! The Season 2 trailer for the One Piece live action finally dropped, so we are officially in Season 2 territory now. And with more information to come in the next weeks, and even our first Opera banquet for Season 2 this Sunday, I have 10 predictions for you for the One Piece live action Season 2. Number 1. They will reuse unused scenes from the first season, because from interviews we know they had plenty more scenes for the Loketown flashback during Roger's execution, and it would fit right in for Season 2, because even in the flashback we saw Smoker, and when he appears in Loketown in Season 2, he will get us a bigger flashback from the time he experienced the execution of Roger. And then we could see even more figures that witnessed Roger's execution, because they definitely show us Smoker's point of view of the whole scene, also reminding us of the beginning of Season 1. My second prediction. Did you know that we see Bartolomeo in the new trailer? Oh my god! But this will mean we have plenty more other cameos here. They will include way more pirates and will hint to many more storylines. Also, I really can imagine Sabo appearing, you know what I mean. My third prediction. So we have Zoro and Sanji hunting for dinosaurs on Little Garden, right? It would be so hilarious if Sanji is hunting for a long-necked one and Zoro is hunting for a flying dinosaur, you know what I mean. And I think these kind of parallels that foreshadow future events would be hilarious and easy to include. Prediction number 4. Ace will have a big role this season. He will appear as a side story, like Garp and Kobe had in Season 1. Because it's a TV series, they love to have a side story going on, and Ace, on his search for Blackbeard, to bring part of Blackbeard's backstory back within Drum Island in the end of the season, would be peak. Also with this in mind, I think Blackbeard will have a bigger role as well, because they put in more world building stuff from future arcs in the early arcs. And what could be more connecting to big events later in One Piece if you would show Blackbeard, tell about Blackbeard early. Number 5. The current manga chapters and the Opera seasons connect. We saw it in the first season, where Garp were introduced way earlier, and at the same time we saw peak Garp in the manga. Additionally, we saw old characters that appeared in Season 1 coming back into the manga around the time the season released. So with the story of Season 2 in mind, and with the story currently in Elbaf, I can see them showing us way more of Elbaf during Little Garden, or telling us about it, or hinting at stuff. And on the other side, we can expect characters to show up in Season 2 to reappear in the manga at the same time. So I can fully see Crocodile, Buggy, and other players have way bigger roles in the manga during Season 2, and vice versa. Prediction number 6. Brook will completely be seen at the flashback at Reverse Mountain. I will make a whole video about that, but Randy Droy joined the writer's room, and one thing he said, that if he can change things in the Opera, or suggest things for the Opera, he would do all the flashbacks at the same time, because we know so much flashback stuff that reappears from time to time in the manga, and if he would be in the writer's room, he would film them all at once, to have the actors at the same age, to let the flashback look the same at the various points. So it will completely be possible to say, okay, we need Brook's flashback as a human. So let's cast human Brook and film everything flashback Brook during one filming in preparing for Season 2. And then we can use some of these scenes for the flashback with him and use the rest of it, or the full version of it, when we reach Brook as a skeleton. It would be a really big surprise for the One Piece fans. Number 7. Robin will play a bigger part as well. So the same here with Robin. They could cast a young Robin and film all of the flashbacks at once, to include some of the flashbacks during Robin appearing in Alabasta. So they have this already filmed for future Robin stuff. But we already saw in the trailer that she even will appear at Loketown. So episode 1 of Season 2 will show all of the big players this season. So Robin will appear in Loketown, maybe doing something for Crocodile or spying out something, and get her first glance at the Straw Hats. My 8 prediction is all about the pacing and the episodes itself. So we know already we have 4 directors for the 7 episodes. So the episodes most likely come in pairs as well. So we have the first episode with Loketown ending within Laboon. Second episode, Laboon up until their ship into Whiskey Peak. This is made from one director. The next one is with Whiskey Peak completely, because it focuses on the conflict that will play out in Alabasta. Then we have the 4th and 5th episode about Little Garden, great story here, made from one director. And in the end, we have Drum Island, 2 episodes. So we have plenty of time for every point in the story. And the pacing will be awesome. Prediction number 9. Crocodile will not only be appearing in the phone call with Sanji, but he will be fully seen in the end of the season as a teaser for the next season. Like we saw Smoker last season. But last season we didn't really casted Smoker yet, so they casted him, they're already filming with him, so it makes sense to tease him fully. And my last prediction, the release date. Yeah, it would be cooler to have it earlier, but my prediction is that they took time for season 2 to also make all the flashbacks that they are preparing for future seasons and use them later. They prepare more and more material for using later, and with a release date in the end of next year, they would already have filmed season 3 by that time and even can begin to edit season 3. That means they can even put out a season each year if they do it right. I mean, The Walking Dead did it as well. It could be possible, and after Stranger Things has ended this year, Squid Game and One Piece are Netflix's biggest cash cows. And season 3 of Squid Game wasn't as well received. So we have more time and more focus for One Piece. So my prediction for the release date would be round about August next year, but I also can see it like Stranger Things this year, to do it way later, to split it in parts, to even get the Drum Island episodes round about Christmas, all with the intention to release it yearly after that. And these were my 10 predictions. What are yours? Write it in the comments. I need to know what you're thinking about the season. Also, like I mentioned, we will have an Opera banquet on Sunday, so don't miss that. And as a little teaser, during the release of this video, I will be at Gamescom, where I have the chance of getting a voice acting role for the One Piece live action in German. Of course, I will make a whole video about that. So thank you for watching. We will see us on Sunday, and let's set sail.